Shabbos is Parsha Ki Seitzei. It's the second Shabbos in the month of Elul. And in this Parsha, we learn a lot of mitzvahs. One of the mitzvahs we learn in this Parsha is about not to plow your field with an ox and a donkey together. It's called Lo Sachrosh Shor V'Chamor Yachdav. You can't have an ox and a donkey plow the field together. And Rashi says an interesting thing. This is not only an ox and a donkey. Any two species, you cannot have two species plow the field at the same time. Why? Because the Torah says so. Why does the Torah pick ox and donkey? If it really applies for goats and deers and giraffes and kangaroos, it doesn't matter. Any two species you can. Dibur hakosav b'hoiva. The Torah speaks about things that normally people use for the plowing of the field. They use an ox and a donkey. Therefore, the Torah says you shouldn't do it, and it's forbidden. And if you do it, you get 39 lashes if they warn you. So now the Medrash says an interesting thing. When it says chamor and shor, the Medrash says that there was a person in the Torah called Chamor. He was the one that Shem and Chamor, he raped Dinah. Dinah was the daughter of Yaakov. And after he raped Dinah, he comes to Yaakov and he says, "Could I ask you a favor, Yaakov? Could I marry Dinah?" So he said to Yaakov, "I know your father was a leader, was a nasi. He was the leader. He was like a king. I'm also a leader." So Yaakov says, "No. My grandfather Abraham was not a nasi. He was a shor. He was an ox. And you are a donkey. And an ox and a donkey can't get married together. Therefore, he dismissed his saying, 'I'm sorry, you can't do it.'" That's what the Medrash says. So when Chamor wanted to marry Dinah, the Medrash says that what was Yaakov's response? That since I'm the grandson of a shor, of an ox, how do we know that Avram is an ox? Because it says, "Velhabokor rotz Avram." Avram ran to the ox to prepare the 3 tongues for the angels when they came to eat. He ran and he slaughtered the 3 oxen. So the Torah says that that's what Avram is. He's an ox. And you're a chamor, you're a donkey. So how could a donkey, the Torah says you're not allowed to plow an ox with a donkey. So Dinah, which is the granddaughter of an ox, and you are the donkey, we can't get married. That's what Yaakov said. So the question is, what does this mean that Avram is an ox and Dinah is a donkey? What does this mean? So it's nice words. But what's the practicality of this? And the Torah says that an ox in holiness represents chesed shebegvura. An ox is strong. An ox, we call it shor nagach. He's a bull. You know what a bully? He's a bullying. You ever hear someone say he's a bully? He bullies. Where does it come from? A bull, which is an ox, a shor, not a par. A par is a cow. A shor is an ox. But in holiness, in the holy aspect, a shor means he's bullying with kindness. That means he's determined to help. He's determined to make, like Abraham. Even when he was circumcised at 99 years old, he was looking to have guests. And he sat outside his door waiting. When could I have? And then finally 3 angels came and he ran. So it's bullying of kindness. Chamor is kindness, but in a negative kindness. That's why it's an interesting thing. A chamor, the Torah says that even in the summer, it's very cold. In the hot summer, I feel a bit kufas Tammuz. In Israel, Tammuz is a hot time, which is like July, August. The donkey is cold, which represents a cold personality. So an ox is a heated personality, and the donkey is a kalte benchke. So the Torah says that you can't mix these two together, because if you have a heated personality with a cold, you're going to have from it come out a kelet, a dog. Why? Because the word shor is spelled with 3 letters, shin, vav, resh. The word chamor is spelled with 4 letters, ches, mem, vav, resh. The middle of both words, the middle of chamor is mem, vav. The middle of shor is vav. Mem is 40, Vav is 6, and Vav is another 6. So 46 and 6 is 52. In Hebrew, how do you say a dog? Kelev. Kelev is Kaf, Lamed, Beis. Kaf is 20, Lamed is 30, and Beis is 2. 52. So when you have an ox, which is a heated personality, and you have a chamor, which is a cold personality, and you merge them together, you know what you're going to have? You have a dog, which is called a cold, he calls it Amalek. It's a cold, heated, cold, negative personality. He's so cold that he's passionate cold. It's like a stubborn coldness. There is cold that he doesn't get excited. You know, he doesn't get excited when he sees women. He doesn't get excited when he sees food. He's a cold personality. Then there's a person, no. He gets excited when he sees, but when it comes to help someone else, he's a stubborn coldness not to help someone else. It doesn't talk to him. This doesn't mean anything to him. Someone is ill, doesn't mean anything to him. So when you have an ox and a donkey together, you have a keled. So why are we saying this? Because when we come to the month of Rosh Hashanah, Elul, we have to remember that we have in us a little ox and we have a little donkey. And our job is to make this ox become refined. Instead of being a stubborn personality, should be a kind personality. And the donkey, instead of being cold, you should warm it up. And it should be like the donkey that it says Mashiach will be riding on a donkey. What does it mean? It doesn't. First of all, today he's not. If Mashiach comes today, there's no donkey available for him. It means chumriyut. He's going to be able to refine the world, that even the coldness of the world will be able to become holy, and will be able to shine and be bright. And Mashiach will be riding on the donkey. I mean, he will control the world, and he will have the world in his hand, and be able to refine everything in the world and make this world a warm, godly, loving place for God. So Hashem should help. We should merit to see the Mashiach, how he controls this materialistic world and make this world a world of godliness, a world of good, that there shouldn't be any coldness to good and any goring of negative. It should be just positive, a good cow and a good donkey with the coming of Mashiach. Amen.